All right, jokes. We got a lot of jokes coming your way. The first one, I will do the honors. I keep a diary. This is a new thing, but I do a diary now.
I don't ever see you right.
Well, that's probably because a guy stole it.
Oh.
Guy stole my freaking diary. Died. Crazy story, but he died, and now my thoughts are with his family.
That's so dark.
I like that one very much. Emily.
Why does a duck have tail feathers?
Anybody?
To
never
cover
heard this
his
joke before
butt.
ever,
Quack.
so I don't know.
Love a good play on words. Thank you so much. Brandon, you got jokes.
Okay, so this morning I woke up and we had a porch in our backyard and we live by this big pond and everything, and there's a ton of geese. And so I woke up, went out on my porch and seen a couple of geese arguing. I was like, you guys need to stop. And then I realized I don't think they speak Portuguese.
Nice. You can't go wrong with a play on words. You see what I mean? Doc, jokes.
I don't have one.
Nothing.
Well, Brian Wilson died, so surprised you're not bellowed over with laughter on that one.
If anyone would be laughing at this, it would be you, Doc, according to Brandon. Yes. Welcome to Second Office.
Doc,
I'm
you
your
know who
host,
the Beach
Alex.
Boys are?
I don't.
You never heard of the Beach Boys. He doesn't like BLTs. Doesn't like Quentin Tarantino.
And he
are
doesn't
a-
like chicken.
Hey, everyone.
I love
No, he
chicken.
loves chicken.
Oh, you just can't eat the
That's his
chicken.
thing. Oh,
Sorry.
he
No,
wants to know.
I've been great
Yeah,
lately.
he figured it out.
I've been eating chicken all the
Figured
time.
it out. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Second Office. I'm your host, Alex George, with Doc the Chicken Eater, who doesn't like BLTs. My wife, Brandon.
Hello.
Yes, I do want to give a proper RIP to Brian Wilson. How's everyone's week, Doc?
That's great.
You won a golf tournament.
Won a golf tournament. You could have gone to it, but you didn't. No, don't use work as an excuse.
That's my excuse.
I walked into my boss's office and I said, I have plans tomorrow.
Literally
And he
worst
looked
time of the
at
year for
me
me.
and said, are they fun? I said, yeah, I got a golf tournament. He said, enjoy. You can't do that? I don't know where you work.
It was only at this frickin' time of the year because I got 180 kids moving in.
Thoughts and prayers.
Well, it's over now. But that was my concern.
Yeah, he just has to get through like that month and then it's over.
It's over.
But usually he
But
can,
is it?
yeah.
So you won cool things too, right?
Yeah, won a sweet custom-made head cover for the school's mascot.
Nice.
Had alumni approach us trying to buy it. I said $5,000.
They weren't about it.
They apparently thought that was a joke. And I said, I don't like anything. That's not a joke.
I don't even like these.
I don't care.
You could have just stopped it. I don't like anything.
I hate these head covers, but they're going to cost you $5,000.
The only thing I like is money.
So prove it.
Mr. Krabs.
How good
That's
of
right.
How good of alumnus are you? Brandon, how's the week?
Well, that's tough to follow Mr. Humblebrag over there with all of his new fancy things in life. But no, it was fine. It was okay. It was just a week.
Hell yeah.
Nothing to die about.
No,
That's good.
not this week.
That was last week.
Yeah.
That was last week. Yeah.
Okay. Sad week for everyone, realistically,
And no
though,
one
because
cares how my week was. And I'm the guest on the show.
I know about your week. Forgive me.
But
Well,
I'm the guest
the
on the
listeners
show.
don't.
Emily, I love you
What's
so
wrong with
much.
you?
How's your week, honey?
Oh my god. I mean, it's a lot worse now. I don't even care.
And that's why I
You're just
didn't-
like, I know about your week. No, you don't. You've been busy working.
And that's why
And
I
I've been busy working.
This is
And
why I
then
don't
we
ask.
sit on the couch and we're just like, yeah, it was God. And that's exactly what I'm
Oh,
going to say
God.
today. But
That's so good week.
but the point is that
So
you
good week.
ask.
Yeah.
I
Alec,
think we
it's-
can.
It's
think
about
we-
showing up.
And I'm going to just tell you a generic response. But at least you kind of care.
I think,
Does he?
gentlemen, I think we
You
can.
know what?
think we
I
can all
don't-
learn from my mistakes.
We learned a couple of weeks ago that he hates women.
That's true.
and
That
I
was
just
well
keep
documented.
reinforcing that, don't I? Shit.
What is going on with that?
Nothing. Nothing.
What? No, somebody doesn't listen to our show.
Yeah, let's focus on that instead.
What about the women hating?
Nope.
I want to hear now.
Not a thing.
He can't see without his gaslight. Hold
You
on.
guys, it says very.
Is this a post show?
It's very hard because I've been very sad since the news of Brian Wilson's passing. And not to joke about it, this guy is an absolute genius and is a legend and is the reason for so many good memories and amazing music that
Agreed.
that no one else has accomplished before.
Really brought a tear to my eye, like I had sand in it.
You do know who Beach Boys are.
And you do know?
Who?
Oh my
Son of
God.
a bitch.
You guys, this is coming from a guy who doesn't like BLTs.
Are there kids on a beach?
Like, it's not that
Boys.
he doesn't have good taste in music. He just doesn't know anything.
Doesn't like BLTs.
Doesn't like anything.
Doesn't like.
He doesn't like anything
Boys.
good.
I'm sorry that I didn't have a record player growing up.
I didn't have a record player either.
I would hope not.
I taught myself the Beach Boys.
I hope you guys at least had a CD player.
That's what I had.
I do want a round of
I had a
applause
CD
for Brian Wilson as a celebration of all the joy he brought to literally everyone. Thank you for everything, Brian. I knew he wasn't in the best health, but it was still a gut punch when I got the text messages, and it sucks to hear.
You know, John Stamos was the unofficial Beach Boy.
What?
Oh yeah,
What do you mean?
John Stamos.
I
From
feel
Full
like
House.
I've heard that before.
That's from a movie.
Yeah. Look it up.
Brandon,
Just
Are you referencing something?
Tickle your keyboard. Tickle your keyboard.
Are you
John
ref-
Stamos Beach Boys. Go ahead.
No way. No way.
Jesus. What kind of rabbit hole did you just put us down?
Let's find out.
Stupid one.
Oh, he tours with them. That's right.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's so cool.
Yeah, Jesse and the Rippers. Come on.
That's
man.
right. Fair enough. Okay. Cool.
Dakota, do you know what Full House is?
No.
John Stamos.
What's up?
That's what I thought. It's too bad.
I didn't have a TV.
If you don't know, you
growing
don't
up.
know. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Didn't have a TV growing up.
Okay.
You had a TV.
No.
No TV. No record player. He's never
Just
seen
a banjo and a front porch.
I know I'm gullible, but I'm not that gullible.
It was out there on the farm.
This is the first time he's heard of Beach Boys.
I haven't even seen
Even
a
the
beach.
farm kids know Beach Boys.
What's a
Jeez.
beach?
Dakota was out on the farm
Boys?
tipping cows and milking bulls.
And sports.
No,
Let's do
you're
sports.
confusing me with a former coworker of yours named Trent.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sports. Hey, you got him there. Good job.
And this is why we got insurance.
Yep. This is exactly
Right off the bat, it's already paying off. Yeah.
sums it up. I mean, that's
Excellent.
not defamation of character. I mean, that's him.
Hey, we said no names.
I did.
Oh, you did say name, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why I said what I said.
Hey, okay, good. Well,
Are you
then,
here today?
Money well spent.
Allegedly.
Money well spent. It's all alleged. Okay, so sports. A little bit of sports going
Sports
on.
ball.
Sports ball. Okay,
Sports
so
ball.
couple Vikings things, couple Packers things, couple what?
Did you hear that the Vikings are looking at Jaire Alexander?
Well, I'm gonna bring that up.
He was at the airport today.
I'm gonna bring that up. Was he actually?
Yeah.
Was that happening?
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm excited for this.
Just
You
gonna
wanna-
have to go back,
go ahead and
delete
get
some
started
old
out.
comments.
I'll bring in my take
We're
later.
gonna have to
Go ahead.
scrub some old comments. Is all.
I hope he becomes a Viking because the dude can't stay on the field.
That's what I'm saying. And he's
Yeah, that medical staff is looking forward to him joining the team.
So, hey, first of all, we got very quality medical staff.
He's the one guy I immediately traded anytime I start a Green Bay Packers Madden franchise.
Same.
He just good player. Just always seemed to be doing stupid things and couldn't stay on the field for
He's an
whatever
idiot.
reason. You know what I mean?
He's an idiot.
Got reminded of the coin toss incident when he just thought he's like, "Oh, this is my hometown." So I talked with the guys. I'm the captain, and I'm also and when they asked if they wanted to defer, he's like, "We want to, we want to." The refs were like, explicitly, "You want to receive or like what did they say? You want to defer?"
You want to defer? And he's like,
Yeah.
no, I want to kick the ball. We're playing defense.
So they're like, "Please say it." And the Panthers got it first, both
Yeah.
both halves.
Yeah.
And he got suspended a game.
He's the captain now.
He's just dumb.
I'm the captain now.
He's your future cornerback in Minnesota.
Hey, our culture is so damn good, right?
Not for him.
That's what I'm wondering. That's my only concern. But hey, depth where it's necessary.
Where there's
On your
none.
bench,
You don't think?
in the medical tent.
There's
Well,
in the
okay.
medical tent. Yeah,
Sure.
he'll be. Maybe he's going to be a doctor for the Vikings. He knows all the injuries.
He knows about them all. He's so good at them. Yes. So, okay, we'll start with Packers. So, Packers released Jaire with 1 year left on his contract.
Cheers.
You guys happy about that? Should we? here-
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely. But best wishes to Jaire, honestly, because he was really fun to watch his first couple of years, and then he went insane. But
Right.
you know,
Hey,
from Wisconsin with love.
you want to know
Enjoy
why
your future.
I love it? I love it more than just not being able to stand the guy, because I'm hearing that the Green Bay Packers are going to sign Asante Samuel Jr.
Really?
to a
That's
4 or
what I
5
was
year
gonna bring that up
contract,
too, but-
$40 to $50 million. Dude's only like 26 years old.
Yeah. What is?
Let's
Why,
go.
why is he free agent?
He's had some injuries,
Sure.
and I don't know. The LA Chargers didn't re-sign him.
Do you remember the first Asante Samuel?
Didn't he play for the Patriots?
Yeah.
The Raiders, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It was at least Patriots.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
Loved Asante Samuel.
And the thing of it is, there's a lot of corners right now that are out on free agency. I don't think it will be long, and the Packers will pick one up. Or Bo Melton, name drop there, is playing both sides of the ball. He is Green Bay Packers Travis Hunter. So.
I saw that. Is that good news for him, or is that just like, hey, let's try it here?
Well, he probably is like, oh, I'm not going to make the.
As a receiver.
Yeah, I mean, they already got 5 number ones.
Exactly.
What am I going to do there?
No, I think it's an interesting way to try and keep somebody and see what their depth as a player looks like, see how they could fit in on the roster. I think it's a fine thing to try.
But he's also not a bad receiver, right? Didn't
I
he get reps?
I think either side of the ball, he's number 4, number 5.
In safety or corner, they're trying him at.
Say a corner.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is he smaller?
Yeah.
Not that all corners are small
He's
still.
not huge. I mean, he's what, 6 foot? And
Okay.
I would just love putting a receiver back there because then, he could
Ball skills.
catch the interception. Yeah.
Ball skills.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says
You
about
just,
Travis
gotta
Hunter.
you just got to go get the ball.
Skilled with balls, right, honey? Mm-hmm. Yep. So,
but Jordan Love looking super good at minicamp. The receivers looking super good at minicamp. The defense is looking strong.
yeah.
This Packers team is going to win the Super Bowl.
All right, one more time.
Alec, that is what you sound like every week, every single week. That is what it's like to be me, listening to you. I don't.
Well,
I have no facts behind that.
It's funny
that
that you say that, because if the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, how are the Vikings going to win the Super Bowl? Because they are. So
Well, there's a first time for everything.
eventually.
Sometimes there's not.
Oh shit. Yeah. What if that sucked? That sucked very much for.
But I have been hearing a lot about J.J. McCarthy being very confident in OTAs.
Listen to the dude talk. He oozes confidence, literally soaking in confidence.
Yeah.
Which is encouraging, and the coaching staff is so far saying encouraging things. Very good to hear. Like to address for just a second Colin Coward's comments, and I know this is a point of him making these comments is for me to get pissed off, and it worked. But he said something to the effect of J.J. McCarthy does not have a strong arm. Bitch, he had like the second or third fastest ball speed, like damn near ever.
But does that have anything to do with arm strength?
Doesn't it? How fast you can throw a ball?
I think it's more about how far. Can
I
you throw
would-
a football over the mountains?
Well, I think if I've come to learn anything, it's that ball speed, the speed of your balls, pretty important.
I thought it was always about how far you can get your balls.
That got her attention.
Well, here's the thing,
Emily, can I
Like how
Go ahead.
deep.
do your balls go?
Yeah, deep balls.
So Emily, speed of your balls or how deep your balls go?
I think it's probably a combination of both.
That's fair. That's
Good
fair.
answer. That's a good answer.
All the greats,
Yeah,
right?
there
All
you
the
go.
greats.
And
Like,
how-
yep, all the greats have
And
both.
also
Shit.
how you catch balls
Correct.
and how fast you catch balls and throw balls.
Right.
All the greats can do it all with
That's
balls.
the best part about the announcers. Like, he just knows how to catch the ball. He just catches the ball and he throws the ball. I'm like, exactly.
And I heard
That's
that
what she
the
gets out of every
team
game.
that
And I'm
scores
just
the
like,
most
how much do
points
these
wins.
guys get paid?
She's like, these guys just get paid millions to say balls. I'm like, she's not wrong.
Like, you gotta,
But did you? So, Alec, have you watched any of the minicamp tape of JJ McCarthy throwing the balls? How deep is he
Plenty.
going with these balls? Is he in
Plenty.
stride?
I have watched much footage of JJ McCarthy's balls.
Okay.
Very impressed. Very impressed. I echo the sentiments of the coaching staff and his teammates thus far. Very impressive balls.
So
nice.
Yeah.
So we're not watching the same tape then, because every single one that I'm seeing, the wide receiver all but stops to slow down to catch the ball because it's not being thrown far enough.
So full transparency, I have not watched a lot of footage of his balls. I only see the headlines. So I don't know if we're still going with the joke here or if that's true, Brandon.
No, I'm true. I'm being truthful. This is things I've watched. Since being on this podcast, I have unfortunately subscribed to my Instagram to a lot of Vikings, channels just to see.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things have happened because of this. One, I've learned that JJ McCarthy does not have the arm strength that you're speaking about. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen him throw a deep ball to a receiver in stride without them having to completely slow down and catch it. Now, the good news is the receivers are beating up the secondary of the Vikings defense.
Weird.
In minicamp. I know, because that's the strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that secondary? So I don't think we're really seeing much, but it hasn't made me any more of a fan of the Vikings by being on all these Instagram channels. That I
So
will tell
you are saying, Brandon, JJ McCarthy, weak balls.
Yes,
Slow,
I'm saying weak
balls.
He's more of a mid-range ball guy. He's not going to take you deep.
This is, I mean, if you go back to his college tape, it really was a lot of negative 1 yard ball movement, turning around.
So I do have to say, because it's like this could obviously be called back, because I remember saying this. I watched very excited for JJ McCarthy. We're going to win the Super Bowl, right? I watched the national championship game, and I was like, I don't want either of these quarterbacks. They both look trash. That was the only game I watched of either of them outside of highlight tapes.
And the reality is, until he gets on the field with regular season teams at their best, there's nothing to hang your hat on right now, other than the receivers and your
They'll be fine.
your defensive line. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. If I'm being
So
trying not to be biased.
no,
best I can.
I think it's was very obvious that we tried to build the roster to make his job as easy as possible, as every team should do for their quarterback if they want their quarterback to succeed. Like he's got the weapons and he's got the offensive line theoretically now. So the idea being, man, you got the quarterback whisperer as your coach. You got the best receiver in football. You got one of the most expensive O-lines in football now. If you go out and shit the bed, what's your excuse? And we don't want to hear that you're 22. Fans won't fall for that again. We don't give a shit. We're hungry. We need winning. Either way, I'm excited. I can't wait. But Brandon, I appreciate your leveled take. Could that not just be because the Vikings receivers are so fast?
I mean that's true, but I mean
just like
you
the
got to have a
fastest guy.
quarterback that you're going to draft that can throw to said fast receivers. Like,
Totally
What's the
agree.
point?
I saw Dante Culpepper highlight video, and God, his MVP year for us. It was an MVP year. He didn't win MVP. Peyton did. One of the greatest seasons
How
ever.
long ago was that?
Like 05, 04,
2004. I was gonna
05.
say, I'm
Yeah.
like, I-
You remember that name? Culpepper?
Yeah, I
Nice.
do
Very
remember
cool.
that.
God, he did a fucking cannon and just laid it right in the basket of whoever was down there. Usually Randy.
big boy.
Yep, big boy.
But I will tell you
Brandon.
this: if he continues to underthrow those receivers in the regular season against premier defenses, those safeties are going to have a field day picking those passes off.
Interceptions for sure. Got it. Well, hope that doesn't happen, right, guys?
Xavier McKinney is looking for a career year this year. He has come out and said that much.
Well,
He's
he's
ready for a career year.
Well, he had an amazing year last year.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, He's coming out even more pumped up than he was last year. And then they, who did they add? Dakota from the Giants, who he played with, Isaiah Simmons.
That's right.
So we've, again, little talked about Packers defense. They didn't get worse. They got better.
And it was a good defense last year, right?
And it was a good defense last year. So,
Do you guys, because you were dogging on the Vikes last week for this, Brandon, but now you guys are facing a very similar issue. And sure, there's rumors of both of us adding guys, but Packers lost someone. So until they get someone, how's that cornerback room looking? I don't even know who
He
you
didn't
got.
play last year.
Yeah, Jaire didn't play.
How many
last
games
year,
did he play
so-
last year? 2 or 3?
Yeah, fair enough.
It wasn't
Who are
much.
your- who are your
he's played
cornerbacks?
He's played 7 or 14 games in 2 years.
Yeah.
So we are used to being without Jaire Alexander, which the Vikings will find out.
And last
shortly
year
when they
was not
when they eventually
injury related, or like
pick him
half
up.
of it was?
Some of it wasn't, and a lot of it was, hey, you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we also signed Nate Hobbs in the offseason.
We did.
How's he?
He's good.
It's a premier
He's-
cornerback.
He is?
He's a premier solid cornerback. We got
Where'd he
Keyshawn
come
on
from?
the other side.
Vegas, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was with the Raiders.
Yep.
Hmm?
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke Musgraves put on like 10 more pounds of muscle.
He's playing linebacker now.
He's already freaking huge.
He's moving to linebacker. He is a big boy this year.
Damn.
He is a big boy. So
Hey, do you guys remember Jermichael Finley?
Yeah.
His
I do, yeah.
son.
Number 88.
His son is going to be he's like a 5-star recruit for colleges as wide receiver.
Speaking of that, did you see Phillip Rivers' firstborn son
Firstborn
just
is
like committed or something? And there's going to be like
That's
you know,
happening
the
now?
next 10 years.
That's
we'll
crazy.
get one of those a year.
I'm 32 and that's happening. That's nuts.
Yeah, I'll get ready for the next 10 years because that's how many kids he's got.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, well, one every year.
Name Rivers.
Pretty
all
much a
quarterbacks.
third of the NFL quarterback
It's gonna be
rooms will
Rivers.
be Rivers.
Nice. They should name they should be called like Mississippi. Nile.
Name, yeah, I was like, you got 9 more? Let's go.
No, definitely not. It'd take me a minute, but he should do that. Cool. A couple other Vikings things.
Oh my God, there's more.
We didn't talk about Vikings at all.
Bring it on. Let's go. Let's get it out of your system.
Well, in McAfee, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. The return. This is very good news, and this warrants a skull horn. Christian Darrisaw has returned to practice.
All right.
It's June. Were you worried?
Yeah, he tore his ACL halfway through the season.
It's June.
It's less than 8
Christian
months
Watson
after. Less than
tore
8
his
months after the
ACL
surgery.
at the end of the year, and he's already back.
Yes, I know. ACLs are not a big deal anymore. You guys, this is one of the best left tackles in the dang game.
Okay. Well, I hope he works out because JJ McCarthy's gonna need him.
He sure is. But no, isn't that true now? Like ACLs, like they just take time at this point. But every football player seems to make a full recovery for the most part, as long as he just takes time to trust it again and work up the strength. I gotta imagine it's a little different for 300-pound big boys. But hey, he's practicing again, and that's awesome. Josh Oliver contract extension. Woo! Like a 3-year deal with maybe the best blocking tight end in the league, who had like his season high or like career high with like 250 receiving yards or something. Either way, he's great. He's
Oh, yeah, I saw that contract and thought it was
Yeah.
bad.
no for it. That's good value.
Wasn't it
Why?
like 3 years, 39 million or something stupid?
I don't know.
Did I
He's-
got the numbers wrong?
Yeah, maybe. Well, let's find out now. Either way, he's like having another O lineman. He's awesome. And he's huge. And he's a good red zone threat. Okay, Vikings signed Josh Oliver contract extension.
3 years, 19 million.
I don't know. God dang it.
Fan
does this
versus finance.
Why does this
I
need
love
a
the argument?
Why does this just need a whole article?
Well, you know my philosophy. If you're in the last year of your deal, I'm trading you and getting somebody already signed.
You like that better? Yeah, I like Oliver though. You good? Okay. I don't know what I can't.
It's
can't
fine.
find it.
What else you got?
I got. Thank you for asking. That's it for Vikings.
Oh, wow.
See, talk about Packers even more.
Well, there's nothing to talk about.
We were all very excited for stories out of the Giants quarterback room. Right?
We are.
Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, you kidding? So Darius Slayton provides our first Jameis thing of the offseason.
Here we go. Let's
I
write a
want to hear
book.
this. I
Yep.
want to hear this.
So here.
I love Jameis Winston.
I wonder if I can do this.
It's like, it's so hard to describe. It's just like how I'm talking.
Okay, so sorry. This is Darius Slayton on what it's like talking to Jameis Winston.
It's like, it's so hard to describe. It's just like how I'm talking right now. He'll be talking just like this, and it's just the random thoughts that come to his head, and they just come out. And it's like, we were talking about, a slant. How did we get to Kentucky Fried Chicken? It's like, just.
Classic Jameis.
I mean, I don't know how he's confused about getting from a slant to a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Like, why are you starting to run in the first place? You're running to the damn chicken.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You're going to run the slant because it's your job, and it's your job so you can get paid, and you're going to get paid so you can go buy Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And that's what's on Jameis's mind
All the time.
in every huddle, every play. That was hilarious. That was very good. Since he's first-round pick, we talked about it a little bit last week, he's officially left camp with no deal in place. What the hell's going on there? That's crazy. And apparently it's because of something in the contract that he's not okay with. And he even spoke on it and said he's not asking them to do anything they haven't done before.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's a bunch of cryptic things, but your first rounder just left mandatory minicamp.
Yeah. That's going to set him off.
Good job, Bengals.
And I hear the Packers are now in the running for Hendrickson because they cleared out.
Yeah,
because
he's not in camp either. Like, what are you doing? You gotta get these guys on the field somehow.
Yeah, no, Packers cleared out all that cap space by getting rid of Jaire. Now they have room to make a deal.
Wow, that'd be crazy if they got. Okay, so they're looking at, like you said, Samuel, and they're also, how's your knee?
They have the money.
Or Hendrickson.
They have
well, that's the
plenty
thing.
of money.
Vikes still got money.
I'm pretty sure Packers have the fifth most available money right now.
Shit. Okay. Well, that'd be crazy if they lose even one of those guys because they should not lose either. Maybe it's hard to pay Hendricks after they pay their wide receivers, but they should figure it out. Did you guys see that Aaron Rodgers was not the first choice? He wasn't even the second choice. But the third choice for the Steelers is a report. And I thought it was funny.
Who was the first and second?
So was it Russell and
Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
Fair.
Okay.
Sure. Fair.
that would have been a good move.
Justin Fields.
Mm.
You had him.
Yeah. He didn't want to stay.
I don't know.
Justin Fields would rather be a New York Jet.
Like, I can't imagine that's the case, right? Well, and also, like, he started you guys off like 4 or 5-1 or something.
Yeah, and then you switched to Russell.
You switched him to mediocre Russell.
So you probably made that mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's a funny report. They're just like, we let him go.
I just, you know what I'm super excited about? Aaron Rodgers being married.
That happened?
Yeah, he had like a secret. Okay, now I can.
She's in.
Yeah, he had like a secret wedding.
Yeah.
What? With who?
Like not secret, but like low key.
Yeah. So like there's like pictures and stuff started coming out of
He had
him.
it just low key enough for
And he
there
had
to be
a-
like paparazzi.
Well,
and shit.
no pictures came out of camp and he had a ring on his left hand. And then so
No, it
finally
actually was like low key, I think.
yeah, so finally a reporter was like, "What's the ring?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I've been married." They're like, "For how long?" A few months. Nobody knows to who. So this is what I'm waiting for.
Shit.
I'm waiting for a few.
Can't wait to meet him.
I can't. there's that. Everybody's always thought that.
Yep.
But what I'm excited for is a few months down the road for them to be like, "Oh yeah, when are you going to tell us who you're married to?" And he's going to be like, "I'm married to the game."
The ring says NFL.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you guys took this somewhere else.
Yeah. I just addressed the team and said I was fully committed. What do you think that meant?
Yeah, I'm married to the game, baby.
I'm married to a tree in Peru.
Whole team has rings.
Yeah.
Well, I was on ayahuasca.
Well, it's just like
Her
it's
name's
just
Grace.
like yeah. I'm protected. I'm protected from COVID.
Whatever he said. He's immunized.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, just to change a little bit of subject. but not much. At this stage of the game, when you look at Aaron Rodgers and you look at Matthew Stafford, who's had a better career so far?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Rodgers. Is that a question? So one Super Bowl each.
If one Super Bowl each. I guess Rodgers has had more playoffs wins.
Doesn't Rodgers have like more MVPs?
Yep.
Rodgers is also like
Stafford doesn't have any
Let
MVP.
me throw this one at you then. What if Stafford wins the Super Bowl this year?
That's still Rodgers.
Yeah,
So.
I think still Rodgers.
Interesting.
Well, what are their stats like? I got him at the stats. Got to be I don't know.
Because how many touchdowns does Roger have? He has like over 400, right?
And his interception to touchdown ratio was like the greatest ever.
Yep.
Sure. I just think it'd be an interesting debate if.
So it could be if like with longevity, maybe Stafford like you said, plays another 2-3 years for it's like somehow and wins the Super Bowl.
Because he's a couple years younger than Rodgers, right? Like he's.
Yes, I just think Rodgers' peak is comparable with the greatest of all time.
Yeah. What are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Well, I'm just curious. I was thinking about when we brought Stafford up earlier. I was like, their career paths are not necessarily the same because you're right. Like Rodgers has more MVPs. He definitely has more playoff appearances and wins. But I don't know. Maybe in the past 5 years, I think Stafford's been a better overall quarterback.
The two best displays of quarterbacking I've ever seen are the 2011 Super Bowl run for Rodgers, every game on the road. That was insane. And the 28-3 comeback from Brady. Two greatest displays of quarterbacking I've ever seen. So there's that.
I think Matt Flynn against the Patriots.
Is that like six touchdowns?
Oh yeah,
is that right? God,
he
he's
couldn't miss.
Slanging it. I remember I wanted the Vikes to get Matt Flynn so bad. So bad.
Yeah, you were.
No,
And then Seattle got him
he was
in,
a Packer.
and Russ, the Rook, took over. That was great.
well, Seattle goes and scoops up Darnold too. So here you go.
Jeez Louise. That'd be crazy. I would be happy for Sam. Screaming on the
wouldn't.
inside.
You'd be so
Screaming
mad,
on the
dude.
inside.
Don't lie. You're gonna be so mad, and I won't let you forget it.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Hey, Emily, you're a Wolves fan.
Well,
Ow!
no, I am, but they were stupid.
They sure were.
So
How much is too much to give up for Kevin Durant?
how much is too much?
Would you trade?
Oh gosh.
Would you trade Rudy to get Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay.
Nope.
Would you trade Rudy and Dante DiVincenzo to get Kevin Durant?
Nope.
Yes.
That's what was floated around. I think I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
I think I would
Nope.
do it.
I'd do it because so Dante has that amazing contract. So those like Rudy's contract and Dante's contract would apparently match. Okay, this is very far fetched. There's other teams in on Kevin Durant, and I got to think there's better packages.
But I don't know enough for this.
Well, your opinion is still valued.
I don't know.
So
if, it
if
is.
you want to pay for somebody to play half the season and do well with it, go ahead and go get yourself some Kevin Durant.
He played a bunch this year. He played, I think, like every game almost. Damn near. Probably not, but
How do you do?
like 27 points per game.
well, Brandon, no offense. If you don't know how he did, then you can't make a statement like that.
Ooh,
Well, it
ooh.
wasn't, I didn't
Blah,
see
blah,
much
blah.
in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, the Suns were an
All right.
absolute trash
All right,
fire.
fair enough.
He's still a walking 25 points. I think is the thing.
You know who I did see in the playoffs is the Timberwolves as is.
Okay, I'm not mad at running it back. Running it back is going to be very hard with Na and Nas due for much larger contracts. I would be okay parting with Rudy and Dante because it would be Kevin Durant's last year on this contract, and then we have essentially a max spot open going into the following free agency, and we get to try a year with Kevin Durant and then maybe re-sign him. And shit, he'll be 38, 39 at that point. Maybe he's like, guys, I just want another ring. Sign me for $5 million. It won't happen, but players are taking discounts these days. Like, look at Brunson. It's like, took damn near $100 million off what he could have got.
How old is Brunson?
He's like prime 28, 29.
Again, I think Kevin Durant is past his prime. I'm happy that he was putting up like 27 points a game this past year.
Jalen Brunson, 28. I was right.
I don't think that is a worthy long-term investment I would make when I already have a good nucleus on my team to build around.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that, though.
Well, so it theoretically wouldn't be long term, right? Because he's 37.
No, it wouldn't be long term. It'd be for like a year or two.
And the injury history with him is deep.
Yeah, that's
You're
it
putting
is.
a lot of
and
faith in that.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he's got his baggage too. Totally agree. But the argument is the Timberwolves can't keep this nucleus together because it's too expensive. Naz Reid is about to make $20 million more than what he currently makes.
Yeah, but don't get rid of Nas.
And we don't have that room, right?
I'd rather keep Nas.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker is making a few mil. He's due for a big increase. We probably can't sign both. And Julius Randle, Julius Randle's contract is
so-
I would still keep Nas though.
that's the thing.
I think
it's-
Nas is.
I think you can get more by not taking Kevin Durant at any point. Like you
Yeah.
can get more.
No, I kind of hear what he's saying. I would get rid of Rudy. Not that I don't like him. I'm just saying I'd get rid of Rudy.
See, that's a
Gobert.
conversation I keep finding myself having too
keep
because I
Nas.
love
I'd give
Rudy.
Nas
I love Rudy so much.
Yeah, no, he's great.
And he's a walking top 5 defense
I
in the
know.
regular season. But when you're that great of a defender, and he is in the playoffs, even the Wolves were like 13
Yeah, but
points
we
better.
just can't shoot.
So
That's the problem.
We shot very poorly in the playoffs.
That's the biggest problem. So it's like fix the problem.
This stat about Rudy though is just like, what the hell do you do? So okay, yes, with him on the floor, the team's damn near 13 points better this playoffs. That's crazy. But his weaknesses are so glaring that other teams are still able to focus on that. So it's like for a guy who plays incredible defense, which he always will, but then on offense, you're expected to rebound and catch lobs. Neither of those happen in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He was schemed against because he can, and sure, maybe that's the makeup of the rest of our team too. But still, like he overall had a lackluster defense, and that's only because of how awful he was on offense. Incredible on defense, but
Yeah.
so I'm always up for hearing about trading Rudy, but it's
Yeah.
but we got to be able to replace him with something then.
Right.
Like he,
And I don't know
he's incredible.
how-
He really is incredible.
And my knowledge on like what players get paid and what it's where I don't know anything about that. So
Well, he
My-
took a team, like I don't know how team friendly it was, but his number goes down this year. It's still like 30 mil, because he's gonna be like 32. But
Okay.
and I don't know. He's great, right? But he got kind of mitigated this playoffs.
I think there is a series of players that are reaching their twilight in their career.
yeah,
And
I
I
agree
think
with
that
you.
Kevin Durant
Totally,
is one of them.
Totally
James
agree.
Harden is one of them.
totally agree.
LeBron obviously is one of them.
Yeah.
But hey, all three had really great years. LeBron was in the
No,
MVP
yeah.
conversation.
No, absolutely. They had a great year, and I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
but it's still
I'm not
risky.
arguing that. I'm
It's
saying
still risky
if
to
I'm
invest
building
Absolutely
in
the
it
for
again.
twilight.
the future,
It's super
Yep.
risky. Yeah.
I want to surround myself with young talent, and I think that happens through the draft, and I think that happens through creative trading, not lazy
Yep.
old guy pickups. That's
Yeah, I agree with
kind of what
that.
I'm thinking.
So in general, definitely agree. In the spot where the Timberwolves are, here's the counterpoint. Okay, so yep, Ant. He's young as
do you
hell, right?
want like one really experienced like
I know what you mean.
just senior player to hold the team because these guys are young. Like they don't, just because they're talented,
the core
do
is
they
young.
know how to actually go through the playoffs and what the process is like and all this stuff? There's a lot to that because
Well, that's
remember
the thing because now the core does. The core does. The core
Yeah.
and
like if you've never been through that and you're just a young 20-year-old,
Oh, yeah.
you need someone who's gone through this a bunch of times to kind of like hold their
Get you over
hand
the hump.
and get them through it.
experience matters very much.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If it were me, if I'm going to take an older player, I'm going to sell out to get LeBron James, even though I know that won't happen.
That'd be amazing.
But-
That'd be
take,
great.
Take
Boy,
LeBron in a damn
howdy.
second. I'd buy
If you were to say,
every
LeBron
jersey.
James, we're going to put you with Edwards.
Well, that's why people think Kevin Durant will want to come to
Yeah.
Minnesota because of his relationship with Ant.
Yeah, that's true. And that would be good. That would be good, actually.
So here's my argument for Durant, and again, there's a clear line as to yes, this is worth it, or yes, this is not. But if for whatever reason the team decides to make a trade for him that they think is worth it, we had no one reliable in the playoffs, or maybe I should say in the Western Conference Finals, to take pressure off Ant. We rely so heavily on Ant scoring.
That's true.
Kevin Durant's a walking 25 points still. We need a jump shooter.
Yeah.
And we don't.
You need like a Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, look at
You're gonna go for an older guy.
Look at the Thunder and the Pacers. Like they like a bunch of jump shooters. Like the mid range is part of their identity, and we didn't have that. And if our threes weren't falling, then we struggled. And the only reason we could stay in a lot of games was because the defense was still very good with Rudy. So I don't know. I think a lot of things are going to change, but we also have to recognize, as young as Ant is, we have as long as he's on this team, we can't take any year for granted. So building for the future and hoping pieces develop. Yes, he's young and that could work, but I think we have our core right now, and that's Ant and Jaden. Do not trade Jaden, no matter what. Do not trade Jaden, unless it's for fucking Giannis. Then maybe trade Jaden.
It doesn't sound like Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee,
which I love. I want him to stay so bad.
Did you hear a speech on that?
Only like some clips of it, but give us a rundown.
Yeah, basically he just came out and he said, "Listen, I owe everything to Milwaukee. My kids, are in school here. My family's here. My mother's here. Everyone's here. And basically, I'm willing to work with the Bucks any way I can to stay here."
Well, and the roster is going to see a huge overhaul this offseason. Okay. So I'm really excited to actually see what they can do and if they can focus to getting another championship worthy roster around him.
Yeah, fear the deer. I think that this will be a good year for the Bucks, no matter what they do, especially if they can just keep Giannis.
Yes,
I mean that guy's the heart and soul of that team.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean he an absolutely incredible season that just went under the radar because of two other incredible seasons.
Yep.
Can I just throw a proposed starting five to you?
Yeah. Oh, please.
So how does this team not sound better than what was just in the playoffs
For the Wolves?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
So Mike Conley, if he doesn't retire,
Well, he's under contract this year.
or Rob Dillingham, the rookie,
Yeah.
Edwards,
Okay.
Kevin Durant at small forward,
Uh-huh.
or Jaden McDaniels at power forward,
Okay.
and then Julius Randle at center. How do you not like? How is that team not better than the team that was just in the playoffs? Nas Reed is your six.
That's okay. So there's length with KD and Jaden, but there's
and Julius. He's 6'10", and he's big.
He's 6'10" on a good day. I think he's listed at 6'8" or 6'9". Either way, yes, he's big and he's fucking strong. I don't know how effectively he's guarding.
That's how a lot of NBA teams are now. There's only a handful of guys that are super tall.
I know, I get it. And Jaden's 6'10" and KD's 6'11". So yeah, that's still a good amount of size. Ant's huge for a 2.
Nas is still coming
And
off
strong.
of the bench. You don't re-sign Naw. You can't. But then you got Shannon Jr., who looked really good.
Hopefully Dillingham gets a little more of a body on him. And Jalen Clark, who's already proven to be an NBA level defender and can knock down a 3.
I take that all day.
I think I do too. That's kind of the thing. And again, it's like, yes, Durant's making all this money as a 37-year-old. He just put up 25 points a game.
Yeah, you're going for it. He's not there for more than one, maybe 2.
And then even next offseason, not this offseason,
Plays
but the
veteran
following.
minimum.
Sure, maybe he takes a deal, or either way, a lot more flexibility. You got a lot of money off the books.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So I do want to re-sign Julius too. I'm hoping Julius does I don't need 40 mil a year, 30 to 40, give me 25 type thing. That's just wishful thinking, but I would love that because
I'm telling you, I take that lineup all day.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would too. Like you just adding a fucking jump shooter. Kevin Durant has made it maybe the sweetest jump shot in NBA history. I saw that thing live.
You have to be able to score.
Yes. Like defense, yes, absolutely. And the defense would fall without Rudy. It absolutely would.
But I don't think I don't think the defense gets worse, right? Because Rudy is such a great defender.
Yeah.
I don't think it kills you.
Yeah, I mean, it's we find we just have to attack different teams differently on the defensive side.
Because what was the problem in this playoffs? Scoring consistency.
Yeah, making jump shots.
Keeping Rudy's not going to improve that.
No. Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know unless he starts hitting the turnaround fadeaways like Game 7 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's not going to.
Woo. I know. You can't count on that.
Ow.
That was amazing, though. God, he hit that, and I was like, we're winning the championship. And then the Mavs just crushed us. Oh, good. Thanks for talking Wolves, guys. That's awesome. Shout out to the Lynx. We got MVP, who's just putting up crazy numbers. They did just lose their first game. But Nafisa she's putting up 50, 40, 90 numbers, which is nuts. And is
Yeah, for a
solidly
woman, right?
in the shut up, dang it. Just trying to give her due. But yeah. Go Lynx. It's on your damn phones. Okay, go Lynx. Thanks, guys. Trying to redeem myself here. All right, non-sports things. Here we go, baby. Pull that mic in. Here we go.
Bring it to your face.
So this is my kind of company. Deloitte's. I don't know what Deloitte's is. You guys know what Deloitte's is?
I know what Deloitte is.
Deloitte's U.S. employees can now buy $1,000 of Lego on the company's dime to boost their well-being.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Shit, I'd take considerably less money if I had that option, right, honey?
It's only worth $1,000.
$1,000 of Legos though? That's a couple sets. It's like potentially 4 or 5 sets, depending on the size of your set. Or it's like 2 huge ones, like 2 collector's editions.
You're going to need to get a bigger bookshelf, glass case.
Oh, we've been talking about it. Fit it into the budget. She pushed the mic back away. She loves my Legos. All right. This will get her. New limited time McFlurry flavor.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, good.
What
'Cause
is
you can't have it anyway. S'mores.
That's what I figured. That's why I rolled
Oh,
my eyes
that's
because it's always
great.
something I can't
Is
eat.
that on right now?
Let's see.
I know what Brandon's about to order.
McDonald's unveils new Hershey S'mores McFlurry just in time for summer 2025. This is the fastfoodpost.com. McDonald's offers all the flavors of the classic campfire treat in the form of a frozen dessert with the nationwide introduction of the new Hershey S'mores McFlurry. Consists of creamy vanilla soft serve ice cream swirled with Hershey's milk chocolate, graham crackers, and soft marshmallows. It's available in mini and regular sizes. Prices starting at $179. Holy crap! 2 days ago.
McDonald's.
Started on the 10th.
McDonald's, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, come on.
Hit us up.
Man,
Free
let me
McFlurries.
tell you what I had.
We're talking it up.
We had Freddy's last night.
Yeah.
And they have a barbecue brisket burger right now.
Really?
Dude, it's their
Did you get it?
yeah, it's their double steak burger
Damn.
with brisket on top, smothered in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, pretty damn good. We got Red Cow last night.
Oh,
Oh,
jealous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This burger's pretty good.
It had been a while. It was
Bastard.
great. Yeah, sorry, Brandon. It was so good. I got the double barrel with extra of the house pickles.
My brother ordered 2 burgers
2 regular cheeseburgers.
and fries.
Nice.
He's a power lifter. He's a big dude.
I got.
But I'm like,
we-
why?
We,
2
we ordered a
burgers?
new
Like, get
Mexican
something
restaurant.
else.
Hey, I
last
get 2
night.
single
All I
McCheese.
Or like that
got was
appetizers.
diarrhea.
One more time for the folks that didn't hear Brandon.
So we ordered from a new Mexican restaurant last night, and all I got was diarrhea.
Oh no.
That's too bad.
Just green apple splatters everywhere.
Was it
No.
was it at least worth it? Was it good?
It was good. No, it was really, really good.
Nice.
Really, really good. Even though it
Nice.
led to an eventual greasy bear dump. But
Ooh, here we go.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. God,
It's been a while.
I'm
He's
hungry.
already-
I need to
haven't used that
eat.
one in a
I gotta
while.
eat.
Yeah, I'm also hungry. Okay, so as of 2 days ago, you guys can try Hershey S'mores McFlurry.
Yeah, that won't be happening.
You're not going to try
ripping
that?
Off Dairy Queen.
I'm totally going to try that. Oh, yes.
ripping
Yeah,
up
that's true.
Dairy
You can just get a S'mores Blizzard.
Well, their ice cream machine will be broken.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I was going to make that joke. I was
Okay,
trying
we're
to-
not getting sponsored by McDonald's.
But for real though, it's like a myth that their ice cream machines like actually work, and they usually do. But if they don't, I always assume the
Hey,
employees
my
are just
first-
like, no, we're not doing
No,
it.
listen, my first job was McDonald's.
How
And
often
the-
did it
Gotta
actually
break
break?
The machine broke, gosh, during the summer when it was like the car shows and everything going on. Like it It broke
Couldn't
probably once a month.
Really? Couldn't handle the car shows?
It couldn't handle it. And if it was
Few
Friday
can.
night, you guys, I
Few can.
heard it. If it was Lent and people expected a fish fillet, a large fry, and a cone,
Yeah, like, oh,
you were in trouble. Like people yelled at us.
was that like a deal or something?
During Lent, people could get 2 fish fillets. If you bought 2 fish fillets, you got a large fry for free. And I was stationed on the fries.
Oh,
Can you imagine how much grease was on my face and in my hair? It was terrible. That was
Yeah.
a terrible job. And then I upgraded to the movie theater.
yeah, no, I know that life. Courtney worked at Sonic when I first met her. So
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad news.
yeah, when she quit Sonic, it was just like, yeah, you're throwing all of those clothes away.
Yeah.
Like we're not. Like, you're just throwing them away.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
During-
have her sleep in them.
During my
you're just like, let me breathe it in.
Give me that
yeah,
good burger
during-
goodness.
during my break, I would go to the bathroom and I had like face like cleanser
Yeah.
wipes, and I would just rinse off grease off my face. It
Ooh.
was disgusting.
That's gross.
But
Dakota, have you seen The Founder?
I haven't seen it either. And I love Michael
Okay,
Keaton.
homework.
Yeah, for sure. I love Michael Keaton. So.
Homework. And
I
we'll
do gotta
talk
see it.
about that in a separate episode next week when you two watch that movie.
You got it.
D-L-E-O. Talk, you watch a movie?
No, dude.
Yeah, I get it. That's fine.
You know how to start an
There's
intro.
a
I get it,
Dakota,
I
you'll,
get it, I
you'll
get it.
love that movie because there is a line in that movie where Michael Keaton's character says something along the lines of, and I can't remember the exact quote, but
Living the dream.
when you see your competitor drowning, do you go up and help him, or do you run up to him and stick a hose in his mouth?
Did it just remind you of me or something?
Yes.
You'd do the hose.
Yeah.
yes.
You'd hose it.
remind me a lot of Ray Kroc.
You'd hose him up.
Well, hey, I mean, he made a lot of money, right?
He invented McDonald's.
Well, the McDonald brothers invented McDonald's. He just made it. What it is.
They had a name and a concept. He invented McDonald's.
That's
He
right.
invented it.
Watch the movie.
I watched the movie.
I do want to see it.
If I'm about to be inspired,
That
I've been
would be a good
listening
one for you.
to.
Any entrepreneur should watch that movie.
Did you guys? You see the Tony Awards at all? Anything about that?
No.
No.
So, Hamilton, all the original Broadway actors came together for the first time in years and did a mashup of Hamilton songs.
Ooh.
Nice.
It was amazing. I
That
love
sounds cool.
Hamilton. I'm
Yeah.
all
I'm
about
going to
Hamilton,
Hamilton in
dude.
2 weeks.
Dude, I
Doc likes
love
something.
Hamilton.
He loves something.
I love Hamilton, dude.
Damn.
Like
Wow.
the first time I got together with my good guy friends from college a few years ago,
Yeah.
like when Hamilton was like the thing,
Yeah.
that's what we did. We were literally in an Airbnb and we're like, do we go anywhere? Like, no, we're putting on Hamilton and drinking wine. It
Fuck yeah.
was amazing.
That's awesome. I've never seen Hamilton.
Dude, oh my God.
I know. I've heard it's awesome.
You have to.
Okay.
Especially with what's going on right now in
Really?
the country.
It's pertinent.
Dude, it will inspire you to take
Dude.
back.
Really?
Just
How are
it'll
you taking
inspire
it?
you to just sit
Because
back
of
in your
Hamilton.
chair and complain about
Yeah,
what's
how are you
going on
taking
and not
back?
really do anything about it.
He's boycotting BLTs.
I'm sitting on a couch, not a chair, Brandon.
Sorry.
And the Beach Boys.
And I refuse to eat
thrown.
anything homegrown.
Jesus.
Let you go. Cool. Hey guys. Emily cares very much about this. More HBO Harry Potter cast revealed.
You guys, we don't need a new Harry Potter.
Yes, we do.
Because
Emily,
I
I'm
grew
with
up.
you.
As long
I-
as it's a TV series on HBO, we
Listen.
absolutely do.
No, I grew up with this Harry Potter. The fact that a new Harry Potter is being made officially means that I'm old.
And Harry Potter has sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she sold out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even and now it's even worse. When
You
when
cannot say that
series-
as a Star Wars fan. Stop now.
Ooh, got him. Gotcha, Brandon.
I like Star
There
Wars.
is a
There is
massive,
no,
massive
sir.
difference between Harry Potter and Star Wars.
Yeah, there's
You
a big
shut
difference.
your mouth when you're talking to me.
There's
That's
a big
Absolutely.
difference between Harry Potter and Star Wars.
You both of you stop. You cannot sit here.
I like Harry Potter better than Star Wars, but there's a difference.
Why do you
There's a
not
massive
want
difference.
why do you not want a series that's like 8 episodes a book?
Because I don't like change.
Okay, so that's Okay.
She admits it. Oh my God.
There we go.
She admitted.
We're going to have to, our
Good
brains
point.
are going to have to adapt that there's Harry Potter looks different.
Yeah,
It's not Daniel Radcliffe.
Back though, because you can't compare Harry Potter and Star Wars. You
We get
just
all
can't.
settled in, turn it on. Who the fuck's Dan?
Yeah.
what's going on?
Where's Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Ron isn't a redhead
Prop up
anymore.
it. Prop up
Maybe
his
he
corpse.
is. I don't know.
What is this?
I'm gonna call my lawyer.
Where's Hans?
Okay.
The characters don't look the same. Snape isn't a white guy.
Jesus.
No, they're right. Dude.
People getting into Disney. You know, people.
They are upset.
I've
know.
heard of that. That's crazy.
I know.
It reminds me of when they came out with the new Annie, and the Annie
Oh,
is
yeah,
black,
Black
and
Annie.
people got
That's
upset
not
about
Annie.
that. I'm like, what is wrong
I
with you
know.
people?
Settle down. Exactly.
God.
Well, they
Eyes.
did the same thing with Snow White, and they did the same thing with Ariel and Little
Yeah,
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like,
That's great.
oh my gosh, people.
So,
Wow.
we have our cast for Molly Weasley, Draco Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy, Seamus Finnegan, Pavarti Patil, Lavender Brown, Petunia Dursley, Vernon Dursley, and Cornelius Fudge.
So Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, all these guys playing them.
I only recognize Catherine Parkinson as Molly, and she's great. I'm excited about that. Then we have Mr. Johnny Flynn as Lucius Malfoy, also known as one of the biggest busts in Wolves draft history. We took him before Steph Curry. The pick before Steph Curry was Johnny Flynn. And now he's Draco Malfoy.
What?
Same guy.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is like a 13-year-old.
I was like,
I was like, Draco Malfoy has to
was
be
like,
like a
what?
child.
Same name.
Okay.
We got Leo Early as Seamus Finnegan. Oh, sorry. Johnny Flynn is Lucius Malfoy. Lox Pratt is Draco Malfoy. That's a cool name. Lox.
That's cool.
L-O-X.
yeah, he looks like Draco.
Yeah. Here's their pictures if you want to see.
Oh, I've seen him. The other people
Yeah.
don't care.
I've seen the
Yeah, for
pictures.
sure. Okay, Lox Pratt is Draco. Johnny Flynn is Lucius.
Because I have some.
Camera.
I have a
You have a
take.
camera, so I can't see you.
Yeah, sorry, Brandon. Leo Early as Seamus Finnegan. Alicia Leone as Pavarti Patil. Sienna Musa as Lavender Brown. Belle Powley as Petunia Dursley, which she looks super young in her headshot.
Well, this is my take. Like, I mean, costume and design they're gonna have to do a great job with Petunia and Vernon
And Vernon, he's
because
not
those
big.
are good looking
People.
actors and actresses. And
Yes.
they are not good looking people in the books.
No, correct. I know. And hey, Fiona Shaw, who's Petunia in the movies, she's beautiful. But yeah, they made her old and rickety
Yeah.
and and pointy and so yeah. I mean, and I trust that. But yeah, the guy who's playing Daniel Rigby, he's not huge by any
Right.
means. Doesn't look like it. So is he going to start packing on the pounds, or are they going to suit him up?
I mean, because Vernon is thick,
Big, yeah,
thick.
he's a big guy. R.I.P.
Boy.
4 C's.
R.I.P. Fudge looks great. Looks like great Fudge. All the kids look great. Seamus looks Seamusy.
I'm interested in why Fudge got, like, obviously you'd have to cast that role. Theoretically, he's not in the first one.
So
So-
he only talked about.
I don't think he's talked about or anything in it.
He's got to be mentioned in the book. I haven't read
I
the
don't
book in a
think so.
while, but crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's not introduced until Chamber of Secrets.
Oh shit.
And so I really like the book is so much source material that was left out in the movies that there's enough in the
Right.
books
Yeah.
to do for, especially it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Please don't deviate.
No, I agree. Yeah. No, seriously, don't deviate. Don't try to get fancy with it. Please.
What are we doing?
Everyone's waiting to see who's cast as Peeves the Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Probably not on their agenda, but he's in he's in the early ones especially.
I think he's in all of them, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the ghosts are like a
He's
big
at
deal.
least mentioned.
Yeah.
So
No, they come like flying through and stuff.
I
Yeah.
know. So we gotta can't wait for more names to be announced. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I bet once it starts, you're gonna be very excited, Emily.
We'll see.
Thanks for listening and watching, guys. If you made it this far, please remember to like, subscribe, follow on every platform there is, because we are on all of them. Think of a platform, we're on it.
Yep.
And visit the Second Office merch shop.
Yeah.
It's not just Second Office merch. They have all kinds of cool graphic tees and
Best
hats
t-shirts.
and
Best t-shirts and hoodies and hats ever. really ever.
Looking for a unique gift? That's where you should go.
And if for some reason there's something you want and you don't see it, all you got to do is email me at doc@thesecondoffice.com and I can get it made.
And he'll
He
whip
can
it
make
up.
it for you.
He got magic fingers and the artistic mind to translate what those fingers
We
are
are all-
talking. Said
We are also
reverse
looking
order,
for
but
one more entry to our Dynasty Fantasy Football League. If any fan is out there looking for
Are we taking apps?
a home,
are we taking applications?
we are taking applications. We will respond to your TikTok inquiries about that league. We'd be happy to host.
And don't be scared. I know I brag about my skills all the time. This is a league I do not dominate yet.
You know, he's trash.